Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. I was going for an arcane or summoning type circle sort of vibe, which was tricky because it involves a lot of radial symmetry and a lot of very evenly balanced elements to make that look. And this is a language, so I'm stuck with the words and letters that are part of the quote I was writing. So it was a lot of fun to try to get these 5 words into this kind of hexagon, 6-pointed shape and keeping these lines very even. So even though it looks like these 5 circles are exactly the same, they're not. They're slightly off center, some are slightly bigger, some are slightly smaller to get that kind of look of balance while keeping all the letters still present. So let's go ahead and read this. We start at the bottom of the word circle and go counterclockwise, like a time traveler going back in time, a time traveler going back in time. So our first letter in our first word also starts at the bottom, and then the next one goes counterclockwise around it. So this is the first letter of our first word, and it's a little circle. Little circles are vowels, and here's our little key to the vowels: A, E, I, O, and U. And this vowel is right on the line of the word circle, so it's in this position. And it has a line going inwards, making it the letter I. So I is like E, but with a line in. So that blue line makes this into an I. So I is our first letter. Continuing around the word circle, a little divot is taken out of it. It's a shallow divot, so it's this shape here. And there are no lines ending on it. So that makes it the letter T. So no modifiers. So this line passes through and this line passes through. So that's the letter T. And then we have this. This is a double line, and a double line is an apostrophe. Going from the word circle outside to the sentence circle shows that it's punctuation. So this is the apostrophe on the word it's, and our last letter is this shallow divot. So even though this is much bigger than this, it's still the same shape. So this is the same stem. And there are 1, 2, 3 lines on it. This thin one here radiating outwards, and these 2 thick curvy ones. They're both just line modifiers, and you can tell that they end on the stem because they don't continue through here. There's an ending here and an ending here. So 3 line modifiers makes this an S. So I, T, apostrophe S. Continuing bottom counterclockwise. And it does overlap with some other words, and that's okay so long as there aren't ambiguous letters. Like if there were a letter here in this empty space, you wouldn't know which word it goes to, if it goes on this word or if it goes on this word. So kind of like a Venn diagram, I kept all of my letters towards the outside, but still in that bottom counterclockwise order. And the reason why this one can overlap is because it's on the word circle itself. So these shallow divots, we can tell what word they're on because they're a divot on the word circle themselves. So I, T, apostrophe S is our first word. Our next word is here. First letter is here. It's another vowel, and it's outside the word circle. So that makes it the letter A. And then we continue around. Here's our next letter, and it's a double line. So it's a double letter. And these lines have the same thickness, so it's the same letter twice. So if we look on this row, which is a circle inside the word circle, with the 3 dot modifiers, it's the letter L. 1, 2, 3 dots, circle inside the word circle, makes it an L. Here's the 3 dots. So A, double L, and continuing around. There's no other letters on this word, so all is our next word. Our third word starts with a shallow divot with 3 dots, so that would be an R. And then we have an O, it's inside the word circle. And then we have a circle inside the word circle that's a consonant with 2 dots. That would be a K. So R, O, K, and nothing else. This is all just word circle lines. And then our next word is here, and it's a big empty circle with just 1 letter on it. Nothing here or anywhere until we get here. So we do start with another apostrophe, just like that one. And then we have an N, circle inside the word circle with 1 line. And then another apostrophe, so that's the N, with the apostrophes for the A and D, because that's what you do in English. You put the apostrophes on the removed letters. So N. And then we have our last word here. Bottom's here. This is the first letter we hit. It's another R, just like this one with the 3 dots on it. So even though these 3 dots are inside this word circle, they're still closest to this stem. so they go here. Kind of same thing with these ones. So R, and then another O, just like that O, and then another double L, just like that double L. So R, O, double L. So it's all rock and roll. And it's not typical to have these overlaps, but I thought it was necessary to get that sort of spirography look of the arcane summoning circle. And as long as we don't have any ambiguous letters, it's fine. The closest thing to ambiguous is this here, which could look like an A outside of this word circle, but it's actually an O inside this word circle, and it's a tiny bit closer to this word circle here. Plus R, O, K is the word rock, spelled like the giant bird thing, which I'm assuming is part of the inside joke of the it's all rock and roll with the D&D sort of summoning circle vibe, and eventually dice. So yeah, yep, that's that design. I'm really proud of it. I like how it looks, and I hope it makes an awesome tattoo for you. Bye.